Welcome back to the Kiwi Hooper podcast. We got a brand new episode for you.
My name is Isaiah Chappell. I was born in Auckland, New Zealand, and I play for UC Davis.
Zay, your father Mike was an NCAA champion, also is a prolific scorer as a kid living all over the world. What was one of your fondest memory?
Ooh, I think it was going to, because I only remember like the later games because I was so young, but I remember going to a lot of Tokyo Apache games when he was playing in Japan. And I just remember after the game getting food with him, and that was kind of like me falling in love with the sport. So that's probably my fondest memory is going to those games.
What was the best advice for you to receive growing up? If you can give us an example of one life experience and also one example in terms of basketball experience.
Everyone's path is different, and just focus on getting better every day, and that will lead to the big picture, and don't focus on the big picture. My path was a little bit different. I did 4 years of high school and the prep year. Just keeping my head down and keep working, knowing the opportunity to play D1 was there for me, and focusing on getting better every day, kind of staying on my own path and not focusing on any outside noise. I feel like that was the best advice he gave me, and that applies everywhere, whether in school and you're learning a hard subject. Don't focus on the struggle, just focus on getting better every day. So I feel like that's the biggest piece of advice.
Playing in South Kent, the school produced a long list of pro hoopers. Players like Isaiah Thomas, Dion Waiters, and also another Kiwi, Tafara. What was the best part of being in that school, and what was the most difficult part for you in that school?
The best part was that I would say it was a new experience. Basketball on the East Coast is a lot different than I thought it was, and just getting and embracing the grind. And I feel like the biggest adjustment was, it was East Coast. It was my first time away from home. But once I got used to that, it was a good experience, and I definitely grew from that.
Out of all the schools that recruited you, what was the reason why that you chose UC Davis over all the other schools?
Weather. No, I'm playing. It was closer to home, and it felt like home on my visit and going and talking to the coaches. And I feel like it was just the clear-cut transparency that I felt here, and talking to some of the players and all the things they had to say from the coaching staff and the community and the culture they have here. I was really attracted to that. I feel like that's why I chose it, because it had this homey feel, and also the development piece. They really, one of the last programs that focuses on developing players, which I'm looking forward to in my career and my journey.
So far, what is the most challenging part for you as a student athlete?
When they talk about it's 2 jobs, they're not lying. Once I find a routine, once I found like my schedule and where I can work in study hours and office hours, and where I can work in extra hours in the gym, it's just getting on top of the schedule. That's the biggest part. Once I have that down, it's been pretty good.
Awesome. So it's like time management, right?
Yeah, big on time management, especially on the road. Communicating with professors as well, to make sure they can give you a little bit of wiggle room with like an extension or rescheduling a test when you're on the road. Make sure you have those relationships is key.
This is a little bit of a fun question. Name 3 of your go-to dish to cook to impress your friends and families.
Ooh, okay. So shout out my mom. I make her eggs Benedict. Like on every special, like Mother's Day, her birthday. That's why I try to cook her, or just any breakfast meal really. But eggs Benedict, she likes that. I did steak and eggs when I was back home. The first time I cooked it, it wasn't really good, but I got used to like learning how to the techniques behind it. So once I got that down, I feel like steak is one of the best things to cook, because it's healthy, and you can eat it with a lot of stuff. And then a third dish, can I do desserts? Do desserts count?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I'll go with 2. So Thanksgiving mac and cheese. I didn't do it this year because I couldn't go home. But every other year I would go home and make it with my family, and then apple pie.
I heard from another interview that you like growing vegetable and things like that. So this question is start, bench, and cut, but with a twist, right? So I give you 3 options: Japanese cucumber, spinach, bell pepper.
Oh, the easy start, the Japanese cucumber. Bench the spinach. The spinach is good though. I'll start the cucumber, bench spinach, and cut the bell pepper. I don't really like bell pepper like that.
So my one last question is, how would you like to be remembered?
That's a good question. I feel like there's a lot of ways I want to be remembered. Obviously, like my career, I want to shoot for the stars, be the best player I can be. Also, I want to be an example to anyone who's watching, paths are different. You don't have to compare yourself to, oh, 5-star in high school. Oh, I'm not gonna be that. Like, it's your own journey. It's gonna take different people different amount of time. Someone that's a hard worker, someone who perseveres, very resilient, just someone who brings good energy.
Hi, I'm Maxine Chen, and I'm with.
Isaiah Chappell.
Nice to meet you, Isaiah.
That's me.
What advice would you give to your 12-year-old self?
To my 12-year-old self, I would say stay in the moment. Don't try to grow up too fast because you're gonna look back at the times and wish you could stay in and really enjoy it. And just have fun in anything you do. At that age, there's no pressure. So go after the things you love and try new things. Don't be afraid to try new things. That's the things I would tell my 12-year-old self.
We'll do a rock, paper, scissors match. Whoever wins gets to draft any player, alive or retired. You pick your starting 5. You cannot pick the same player as me.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right. My number 1 pick, I'm going with LeBron. Easy. My GOAT. I don't know how you guys feel, but
I'm going to pick Michael Jordan.
I'm going to go with Steph Curry.
Jeremy Lin as my point guard.
Okay. I'm going to go with the big. Give me Shaq.
For my big, I'm going to pick Wemby.
Okay. That's a good pick. He's going to be good. Power forward, someone I watched when I was growing up, and someone I have a newfound appreciation for, Tim Duncan.
My power forward's going to be Steven Adams.
Shooting guard. I'll pick my pops, but back when he was in his prime.
Okay. I'm going to go with KD because shoot from anywhere.
Right. That's a good starting 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Isaiah.
Meet you too.